I was watching some. Well, I really wasn't watching some late night television last night,
Mhm.
but it seems like the marching orders are in, and even even Stephen Colbert, the remember like he had the get the jab song. He's like, everyone go get the jab. President Biden, Dark Brandon, he's so cool. Even even Stephen Colbert had this to say.
Or good as, either one. Now, the competing virtue here, there's another competing virtue, and that is self-sacrifice. And self-sacrifice takes a particular kind of courage. And that is a courage I believe Joe Biden is capable of. I believe he's a good enough man, he is a good enough president to put the needs of the country ahead of the needs of his ego. And however painful that might be, it is possible handing leadership to a younger generation is the right thing for the greater goodest.
Whoa.
Wow. This, to me, it's just very, if the mainstream media, mainstream stuff like this show and all that are all now saying, oh, okay, maybe Biden should step down. Maybe something's up. Because
Yeah.
before it's like everybody, they act like this is new too, that all of a sudden, oh, wait, he doesn't seem to be in his right mind. He's been like this. It's not new.
That's
So,
part of it.
yeah.
That's part of the talking points. Like you can see hold on, I think
Authoritarianism and Donald Trump aren't the only threats our democracy faces.
In a very complex.
there was something in this, in this here, I think this part.
Conversation. Do you understand the opportunity here? Do you have any idea how thirsty? I am in no way saying Biden's got to drop out, but can't we stress test this candidacy? Can't we open up the conversation? Do you understand?
He goes on to say that like this is all new information. That must be in like the DNC approved talking points. Like,
Exactly.
wow, Biden's been totally fine for the last 4 years. But now suddenly we got this new information and he's lost his mind.
It almost makes me concerned for him. And I know it sounds terrible because he's awful, but I can't help it. It's like, are they going to do something to him now? Are they going to, like, you just never know with the corrupt government and all that. Are they going to hurt him? Are they going to, just so that he won't be running again? Like, I don't know. It's very scary stuff. Because at the end of the day, I've always felt like Biden was just a puppet. He's not in his right mind. It's pretty much elder abuse. And yeah, he's terrible. And we know that much, but I can't help but feel bad as well. Like, okay, wait, they're kind of abusing an old man here.
Yeah, that's the human in you. And like, I catch myself feeling like that too. And a lot of people on Twitter will be like, I don't care, blah, blah, blah.
I know, but I just can't help it.
Yeah, I'm like, all I see is like some decrepit old grandpa who has like hard candies in his pocket.
Yeah.
And like, who it invokes a lot in me is how Stan Lee got treated at the end.
Right.
They were like trotting him out for autograph sessions and all this crap. And the guy clearly was about 10% there.
Right.
And like they had that slime ball saying like, oh, this is what Stanley wanted. He wanted to be working his fingers to the bone in the last 6 months he had to live. Like, that's how it feels.
Yeah.
Except Joe Biden has his finger on the nuclear button, and and Stan Lee made comic books.
Right.
So it's like, it's easy. I don't know how I don't want to lose that level of humanity. I don't think that's good.
That's where I'm at too, because I think that's one of the biggest problems when it comes to a lot of people on the woke left, is that they've lost their humanity. They would be celebrating if something terrible happened to Trump, if he were unalived or something. They would be celebrating that. They want terrible things to happen to people who disagree with them. We see it all the time, how they want us unalived.
Mm-hmm.
I just, during like the jab when they were saying that people need jab mandates and all that's like they were wanting people who didn't get the jab, those of us who didn't get it, they wanted us to be unalived. And I think that's a terrible thing. It's just pure evil. It's a reprobate mind, as the Bible talks about, and I never want to reach that point. I never want to wish for harm on those who disagree with us.
Yeah, I think you have like this level of empathy because he is very clearly sundowning. He's very, I mean, it's something that everyone can relate to. Like we've all had grandparents or parents that
Right.
go through a period of time where they're like not all there, and there's sometimes it's a long. I remember my grandma who basically died from dementia, but she had quote unquote senior moments for years
Right.
before. Like she was great 95% of the time. Then it was like she was great 70% of the time. Then it was like I came over and she thought I was there to rob her.
Oh no.
And like she called the police. And like you see people who have been around it, you can see the signs. Like Joe Biden is definitely in. I can't, obviously I'm not a doctor.
Right.
I'm not saying I know for a fact what he has, but what he has is he's an old dude who hasn't aged well. Like he's not anywhere near as sharp as Trump. The debate proved that. And clearly to me, the mainstream media got their marching orders and they're like, all right, time to put him out to pasture, time to, and like, look, once he's not president, once he's not president, I'll feel bad for what they did to him.
Yeah.
But like, I'll never forget what he did to the American people.
For
so like,
sure.
it's kind of hard. I can separate the two, but it's not easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Watching the media now, they're like, oh, Vice President Kamala Harris is now running ahead of Trump. No shot. They're like putting out all this fake information.
No way.
In
Also,
no planet.
didn't they like? I thought with her birth certificate, because her parents weren't U.S. citizens or something, she doesn't.
I think she was born here. I'm not totally sure. Maybe chat would know that.
Okay.
But like if I look at what predict it, I don't think she's running ahead. Donald Trump is, I mean, he's at 59 cents. Joe Biden's at 29 cents. Kamala Harris is half.
Is this the Vegas betting?
It's kind of like that, yeah.
My brother was saying, before you check any CNN or Fox News polls or anything, look at the Vegas betting polls. Those are more accurate.
Yeah, if you go like Vegas president odds, yeah, that's the one that actually matters. The odds of Biden dropping out the presidential race exceeded 80%.
Oh,
that's here's Vegas Insider from 4 days ago. Let's see. Former President Trump remains the betting favorite at most betting shops, ranking from 4-7 odds or 3-5 odds. So those are strong. Meanwhile, Biden has dropped from a 7 to 1 betting choice. And Vice President Kamala Harris listed as a 4-1 consensus pick. So both of them are significant dogs in Vegas.
Yeah.
They have Michelle Obama at 12-1, Gretchen Whitmer 100-1. Like these are, I mean, I don't know. They pick like one random poll and they say, oh, this is what, she's running ahead. Where? Predicted has her way behind Joe Biden. Like 4-1, Joe Biden leads. 3-1. So, I don't know on what planet. And like, from what I've seen, Kamala's parents are not citizens when she was born, an anchor baby. Shouldn't be president. Plus, she's a 304. Yeah, come on, Biden. Everybody wants Biden to stay in. Everybody send Biden positive vibes.
There we go.
Yeah, if he makes it past the convention, I think it's a nearly 100% chance he stays in. The DNC is, I think, in a month. When is the DNC? when. Oh, thank you, Maggie. August 19th.
Okay.
So August is a little ways. That's about a month away.
Mhm.
If Joe Biden is still in the race or still the Democratic nominee after the DNC, I mean, I don't know. It's cooked. I think Joe Biden. I'm sorry. I think that Trump is just chilling right now.
Mhm.
He should be like saying nothing, doing nothing, keeping his name out of headlines. Don't nominate your VP right now. Just let every headline be about how Joe Biden's senile. You know, just let the debate was 12 days ago now. And they're still talking about it 2 weeks later. That's incredible.